we do a lot of design build work. And in the design build work, we're as engineers, I feel like sometimes the contractors treat us better than the owners do because they realize, get a good set of plans, you get a good design, you get some good things going, it makes for a much smoother project.
Mm.
So for us, right, that collaboration with contractors who are, pre-construction is their thing. We're not pre-construction experts, we're MEP engineers. But the ability to kind of like, and I had to coach my team over the years, like, we need to play ball in the pre-construction process. A lot of times it's like, well, like we call a vendor, the vendor sizes equipment, and there's like, oh, well, we want to make sure this gets here and this gets there, and you fit everything in your neat engineer's brain, and then you go and you talk to a contractor, and he's got a totally different opinion about how he can do things. He could do this faster. Or my favorite was we'd specify a piece of equipment, and he'd be like, have you seen the instructions that come with that piece of equipment to put it together and to test that thing? And I'm like, no, I don't know. And he's
Oh,
like,
look at that.
this other piece of equipment is so much easier for me and is going to save me tons and tons of man hours. And we as engineers, we don't really know that, but working in collaboration with somebody, we start to see that. And then, sucking the real drivers out of the owner. Like, what are they really driving towards? Are we optimizing our design towards cost, towards schedule, towards decarbonization? And sometimes, everybody always says yes, 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 but everything costs something, everything impacts the schedule, everything has a carbon impact. And until you see your options, you can't really optimize what you're doing. And unfortunately, until you get pre-construction going and you got some good numbers and good things going, kind of how long things, you get the trade-offs going, you don't really get that exact sort of value statement out of your owner. And to me, that's sort of like, optimization is another thing for us that's been a core value of everything we're trying to do at Syska. The whole standpoint of, MEP engineers have been doing the same thing for a long time. The differentiator is, yeah, but we're going to figure out a way to do it the absolute best way that a client wants it, whether that be by cost, by schedule, et cetera, so.
And that's great because you're pushing into that design build world where, there's been this chuck it over the fence idea. And now you're actually harnessing the power of both. Because in that description of that, like, handler or that product or whatever it was, it's like, hey, constructability plays a role here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, if we can get our contractors and our engineers and our designers kind of focused on and coming together to collaborate better, you can actually then turn to the owner and say, okay, what is it you really want? And here's how we as a team can deliver it, because our knowledge as a team is far better than our knowledge as any one given, part of that vertical.